Yeah. I mean, since they are currently doing the vetoes, they did, they know to invite us once they're ready.
Yeah.
And like some more state fun facts. I guess some upsetting fun facts. Depending on how you look at it. So
they don't sound like very fun facts.
he joined Prime, right, which was a Korean team, and he went over there. He lived with them. And for the longest time, I don't know if you were around back when like the Kesper teams were a thing, but like, they're very regimented, they're very rigid. Like you have like, all right, you know, from this hour to this hour, you're practicing. From this hour to this hour, you're like watching VODs. Like it's very, there's a schedule to your day.
Yeah, and I like that. That seemed kind of cool.
Yeah. and he was kind of like primarily a practice partner. Like compared to the other Koreans, like he wasn't good enough to be fielded consistently, like in team leagues. So he
it's almost like a fraternity. Like they'll just shun you if you suck.
Yeah, pretty much. And they finally gave him an opportunity in Pro League. They finally gave him an opportunity. He came out. He was on stage. He was playing. Oh, who was it against? I can't quite remember. But he was playing. It was in a Pro League match, and his opponent cheesed him. Straight up, like straight cheese, and he was like preparing for a macro game, and the game ended like in a couple of minutes, and it was like,
so heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was like this was your opportunity, and I felt so bad for him. And
whoever did that's a real douche.
And that was a common thing back then. Like Koreans, like if they thought like that you were a lesser player, like even especially a foreigner, like they would just
cheese you.
They wouldn't waste their time.
Disrespect.
Yeah, and it was like it was such a shame, and that was I think that was the only time he came out for his team as well. Like,
hopefully he can get something going here.
Yeah,
but also on the bracket, the Riddler beat Full Heart.
Oh,
yeah, the Riddler beat Full Heart 2-0, which is kind of crazy. And then the other one, I mean, I guess these players aren't super popular, but oh no. Jennison beat I'm Eurotrash. I'm a big I'm Eurotrash fan.
Oh, Eurotrash went down?
Yeah, Eurotrash went down to a Canadian player.
Wow, that's actually pretty like a good result for Jennison.
Yeah, I don't know how good Jennison is, but I'm assuming really good.
Yeah, like he's around the same skill level as like ET Prone Home and players like of that caliber. Like he's like a solid player, but I would.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's not putting him past Eurotrash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow, so that's a big upset there. Must have been something cheesy.
Maybe.
I don't know, but Eurotrash is a really good player. Eurotrash is one of my favorite players, just due to the story.
Yeah.
There is no story on Eurotrash. That's the story.
Gumiho? Question mark?
Yeah. This is a really sick player that plays like no one I've ever seen from NA. But here we are, finally getting into the second matchup of the evening. And here we are on the map that is called Eternal Empire. Ellie in the bottom left-hand corner, sorry. He's actually a purple Protoss. That's always fun to say. He's playing for Alpha X, and he goes by the name Asuna.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the American Protoss player representing himself, the state of state. It is State.
This is gonna be a good time. I think Asuna played in the first one and got knocked out.
Yeah, Asuna being a pretty strong player, but yeah, against like some of these other top tier players, like I would say like Vindicta or Jon Snow or Silky, like he is like, I would say maybe a tier below, but in saying that, like these are still solid players. And again, like State, we still don't know what kind of state he's in.
Yeah, I honestly feel like this might just be a conspiracy theory, but I think maybe there's 4 qualifiers from USA or from North America because all the viewers are in North America, maybe, I don't know. But I feel like 4 qualifiers from each tournament is a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I can think of 4 that should qualify today, and maybe that's all I think who should qualify. And then there's still another 4 that are going to qualify in 2 more days. There's going to be a lot of NA representation.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we mentioned it before, where it's and you know, if Darking's still in the chat, I'm sure he can understand this. That like it sucks that Latin America, it has like half the representation as NA.
Yeah,
you know? It's
they only get 2 qualifiers per tournament. But it honestly feels more fun in Latin America because there's more players, I think, more competition, and less spots to fill, so it's more cutthroat. There's more on the line.
It's very cutthroat. It feels that's why like it's a bit of a shame, right? It feels like a lot of these solid players just aren't going to make it through. But there's a lot of opportunity here for NA, and you could argue that maybe NA needs it. Like NA needs,
they definitely do. They need more opportunity out there. Like Special's always going to be, he's like a top level player in general. NA doesn't have too many just straight up top level always. I can't really think of anyone at all besides Special coming from Mexico.
I mean, we'll see. Again, like I think something that is definitely a good sign is just seeing all these players coming back. That's
my favorite part of this tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
And other tournaments that we recently casted, but this one as well. Twilight Council from State. That excites me.
Ooh, so there are 2 ways to go about this. Are we going to see Blink or Resonating Glaives?
I feel like he's going to go Glaives. Just because he's already done it.
Okay. Interesting. Both players are going for their Twilight Council. States is faster though, as it looks like Asuna went for a later Nexus as well. Asuna just being a little bit more defensive in general.
Shield battery and a sentry. Oh wow, never mind. State has 3 sentries.
Yeah. State.
Wait, so it's got to be a depth. Why would you get 3 sentries and then? Oh, Blink. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
you wouldn't really get Resonating Glaives after getting 3 sentries out.
Yeah. So State just being incredibly defensive and
Is State gonna go again with the hallucinations? And maybe hallucinate a bunch of stalkers and try and like pretend like he has a bigger army.
I would love it. I would love if he like hallucinated Immortals or something.
Immortals. There you go. Hallucinated Immortals.
Oh, they're both doing it. They're both proxying.
What? They're both proxying a Dark Templar shrine.
What?
I called it.
You did?
If there's one cheese that you're gonna do, it's the DTs. I didn't expect it to be a PvP, and I didn't expect the opponent to also do the same DT run. He found it.
Oh,
wow,
my God.
State is so good.
Oh,
wow.
Like if anything is as old as
my
time,
God.
it's DTs, like proxy DTs, even in Brood War, and it's happening here. And State, he sees everything.
How? I mean, was he just on his way to go defend his proxy, or?
It's possible. I mean, in general, he's been playing this very safe, so he was probably just like, checking his corners, make sure there was nothing there, and he sees everything there is to see. He's heading across the map with his War Prism. The Dark Shrine is done, so he's gonna be warping in some DTs. Oh, there will be detection.
This is so miraculous. Like Asuna, if you guys know who Asuna is, this is a really well-known and well-respected player here. So for State to just be, I don't want to say crushing, but playing this well, State's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and he hasn't been playing for too long either. He messaged me. He's like, "Yo, seriously, I've only been playing for a month. I've just been back, and here we go. Like, he's looking really good." In saying that though, Asuna does have a pretty large stalker count. Asuna is pushing out across the map, and there isn't.
State's going for a 3rd.
Yeah, this could be a mistake. He needs to react as well. As soon as he sees this, he needs to like just leave and get out. And he's gonna lose a couple of units here. Defensively, he does have an Immortal. He does have some shield batteries. Yeah,
that'll save him unless they blink into the natural or the main. I mean,
oh my God, yeah, which is possible.
But he has no vision. He has no vision now. Oh yeah, he does. He could blink into the main, but he's gonna go home. Where are the DTs? Okay, the DTs are just walking in from the front. He has vision.
Oh,
He walls
force
off
fields.
1 DT. How does this work? I don't know the math on this. A force field and sentries. They almost killed it. I've never seen sentries almost kill something.
Yeah, and the force field stopped him from coming into the main base
God.
to stop the DT.
Yeah, and the vision's really slow, so the vision's gonna take a while to get there as well. And in the meantime, I'm pretty sure State can just warp in more DTs somewhere.
Yeah, I think
He's bringing it home.
Yeah, he's got DTs. He still has DTs across the map, but behind this, he's expanding. Like, he killed 14 probes.
Holy crap! I didn't see that. Where did those go down at?
The main, because the first DT was being dealt with, the one in the main just dealt so much damage and killed so much here.
I think one went to the third. No, the third's not. Did he have a third? He never had a third, right?
Yeah. There was a DT at the third, but there weren't any probes there.
Okay.
Yeah, still DTs are. Oh,
but he even got the vision over there at the third as well now. Right as the third base was warped in, he destroyed a cannon.
Yeah.
This guy's crazy.
oh my god. Wow. So State so far dealing so much economic damage. He was able to kill off some cannons, and he forced the recall as well, which is what he needed to do. I was a little bit worried because Asuna had the bigger army across the map, but forced the recall, so it leaves State, it gives him the opportunity to work on his army, and now 3 mortals are done.
That Immortal's walking across the map.
Oh no,
A little bit of myth rally. Oh no, they're gonna get it. Recall? No, it's dead.
No.
Wow. Oopsies. I love this guy already. He said oopsies. He's full of my book.
Yeah.
He has a lot of force. He has like a one shot at this. He's got enough force fields to completely cover that wall one time, and that's about it.
Yeah.
3 seems to be his magic number of centuries.
Yeah, and
Like this.
oh no, his army split up.
Okay, he's gonna see it. He's gonna see it.
Okay, he comes back.
Asuna should have taken that fight.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was an opportunity there for Asuna, but instead does back off, and the army here is consolidating for State. Meanwhile, we do have disruptors on the way. Oh, 3 already.
Wow, and a bunch of Stormy boys here. Oh geez.
Oh, okay.
They could have blinked on that Immortal.
Yeah, that Immortal.
There's no Immortals here for Asuna, so he's got to be working on something else here. I mean, I guess the Disruptors, but
Yeah, like the disruptors are good, but State does have blink, so the stalkers could be saved. But it's gonna be difficult for the rest of the units to split and try and avoid the disruptor shots. And with this,
it's gonna be very difficult, especially with those thick Immortals. I like the hallucinations again. Ooh, good dodge.
The disruptors too.
The Disruptors are dead. Oh my god, he dodged everything every single time.
God,
Not a single disruptor connected anything. Oh my god, he's gonna put those stalkers in front and then try and blink. He's gonna take out, I don't know what he's taking out, but this army can't do anything.
Oh, 2 more disruptors pop out though.
And he only gets 1 Archon, a couple Zealots.
This is looking bad for State actually. He's running out of units, and there's blink, so he can just blink on top of all these Immortals.
Oh my god. He needs to retreat, but he's all in here, I think. Okay, he's gonna retreat. That's good. Now, he's not in the best of positions, but it will take Asuna a long time to get across the map.
Yeah.
Blink is coming up for State's DTs. Blink DTs, I love it. I love it.
I love it as well. I'm a little bit worried it could be too late. Asuna is already pushing out across the map. The DTs are going to take quite some time to move out. And what does State have at home to defend? Shield battery is only just now being thrown down. Are there any Immortals? There's only 1 Immortal in production.
Nothing.
Oh god.
I think if Asuna can hold for a little bit, scrap the third base, and hold off at the natural, while simultaneously doing a tremendous amount of damage, should be good. But actually, the DTs are coming back home now. Trying to catch the reinforcements out, and GG is called. Asuna takes game number 1 off of State. State can bleed. We've seen it here. Wow, that was a good game.
that was
I don't normally say that about PvP. I'm just kidding. There's some good PvPs. That was a good one.
GG. Asuna takes game number 1, and honestly, there were definitely opportunities there for State, but that last engagement at the third base of Asuna, like State lost so much there, like all his Archons, his Immortals, like that was very expensive. Like, oh god.
Yeah, he was taking a good fight, but then just got a little too. He overstayed his welcome there.
Yeah, definitely. Like
they said, "Hey, bro, you got to leave," and then he kicked his shoes off and sat on the couch, and he was just there too long.
Yeah, like he had a good start where like he immediately caught 2 disruptors, then he dodged the third disruptor's the purification nova. That was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he was dodging them like crazy, but then the stalkers just took everything else out, and then there was nothing left. It was a nice try though. Yeah, and I kind of got to vote for State here just because he's from NA here. He's from America, and he's playing a Canadian, Asuna. So
yeah.
So we shall see how this turns out. But you said he's currently in Korea.
State is currently in Korea. Yes,
He's just been there. All right, here we go in the bottom right-hand corner. He is playing for the well-known clan Alpha X, or team actually. I call every team a clan. But he's playing for Alpha X. He's representing Canada, and he goes by the name of Asuna.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Death Aura LE, we have the American Protoss player currently residing in Korea. He is State.
Now, what kind of state will he be in this game?
That's the question, and I'm a little bit worried because I want to see State do well, but he's already on match point, and keep talking about it. There is a no losers bracket.
Yeah, it's scary. Technically, the losers bracket is you got to come back in 2 days.
Yep. It's rough, and yeah, it's a shame that these two guys meet each other so early on in the bracket, but we will see what State can pull off here in a PvP. He was actually looking really good last game. It was really cool to see Proxy DT against Proxy DT. Like, I've never seen that before, and
me either.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I wish they both would have got it done though. That would have been interesting to see. It would just literally come down to how many DTs were in what place at what time.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Asuna had so many stalkers and just completely skipped Immortals.
Yeah, skipped Immortals, went straight into Disruptors, and yeah, it worked out really well for Asuna. And we'll see if we see something similar here in this game or something different. We already see a difference here with State going for an Adept Opener. Meanwhile,
lag.
Oh, yeah.
Or an animal of some sort, maybe.
It's possible. Yeah, maybe
be a trend.
maybe some Uber Eats came, at the door.
Yeah, right. That would go.
Okay.
State making sure no problem. I guess we should see Blink here soon.
Yeah, I imagine so. We got Stalkers against Adepts. Yeah. Basically, this means Asuna needs to be on top of blocking that ramp. With that.
Yeah. That's all it means. It comes down to this probe that'll be right here waiting eventually.
Yeah. It's got one job, and it better not mess it up.
Yeah. Well, it's got 2 jobs. We got to put down the Nexus and then go defend that spot.
Yep.
The life of a probe. I bet this probe woke up this morning, kissed his wife and kids goodbye, came to work not knowing that he would be the sole gatekeeper of how this tournament turns out.
The weight on his shoulders. He's quivering right now.
Yeah.
Shaking.
I mean, he might not even know. He might just be like, wow, so nervous. They put me on gatekeeping duty. I hope no adepts come by this time.
Yeah. You hate to be that guy.
He's going to have a split second to decide when it happens.
Yep. And as we talk about it, here it comes.
Godspeed.
Oh, he doesn't commit to it.
Oh. Well, that made his job a little bit easier.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, it's time. Wait, no, it's not time. They just psyched him out. That's the thing too. I think they do that in football. Oh, and he did it! The man's a hero. There will be a parade in his name.
Good job.
Good job. Good on you. I pat you on the back, but you have spikes. Uh-oh, the counterattack from Asuna here. Probably the best call. Shield battery!
Ooh,
He doesn't have enough energy. Wow, it's just taking out the shield battery.
Yeah.
Good call. Wow.
But yeah, and a lot more stalkers are being warped in due to this proxy pylon. Meanwhile, the adepts on the other side of the map they should eventually get taken care of.
Pylon finished. Oh, good cancel on the pylon. They put a battery down. That's interesting.
Oh, nice.
Wow, this probe thinking on his toes.
Yeah. He deserves a promotion.
Wow.
Just
yeah,
saying.
he does. Honestly, HR, get on that. Oh man. And now I think Asuna's gonna take State out.
Yeah, is this how it's gonna end? Like, State, he isn't trading well with his stalkers. Like, these stalkers here, they could end up killing the Nexus here as well. The Adepts get taken out on the other side of the map, and State, he does have an Immortal on the way, but oh my god, like, he's gonna lose the Nexus.
Rip. Godspeed, State. I hope you come back in the next qualifier. I enjoyed your plays there. It looks like he's just not super solid on the PvP.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was, I almost want to say, like, a build order, like, issue there. But, State, he's trading fairly well, but the Immortal's getting focused down.
Recall! Yeah, that was rough. GG should be called here eventually. Asuna, 2 bases, 32 workers. Nice wall there.
Yeah. Like, he stays strong. He's actually focusing on a warp prism of all things.
Put down with the probe in the natural. He tried to put down a pylon. Cancel it!
Cancel!
No, cancel.
Finished. Meanwhile, Asuna is ahead by not too much, ahead by 6 workers. There is an Immortal on the way, and the Warp Prism is moving out across the map, so State is looking to deal some damage across the map.
His tournament life is on the line. This is his last chance here.
Yeah, pretty much. And what is there at home to defend? There's shield batteries, which is nice. Ooh, we do have a couple of stalkers here defensively as well. Blink is on the way, and it's going to depend on where the next round of warpins are going to happen, like across the map or at home.
It's got to be across the map or you lose, and it just came home. Warpins at home, and that should end the game, I think, honestly. Did that Warp Prison even go across the map? Oh, it's there.
Yeah, still chilling. I mean, State, he's trading well, like, because he has that higher Immortal count. Like, he's able to take out some of these stalkers.
The higher Immortal count of 1.
Yeah.
He's walking across the map with his army now. Oh no! No! GG. There's no reinforcements here to fight anything.
That just takes the wind out of the sails of State. He can't reinforce because of that. He moves back
home. I don't know if the force fields were necessary there.
He's just being efficient. Not really, but
he's making sure he gets his kill.
Yeah, and so what do we have? Like, he went for a robotic spray, but
we have a GG.
Yeah, he knew.
It was a state of emergency, and he couldn't seem to solve the issues. And rip to State. F's in the chat. Good on ya. Way to fight the good fight for the good old US of A. Thanks for playing. Hopefully we see you tomorrow, or 2 days actually. But yeah, Asuna, I feel like that was almost expected. Asuna's a super solid player.
Yeah, like game number 1, there was definitely an opportunity there for State. But yeah, GG, well played Asuna, proving that, like, you can't just come back after 3 years of hiatus and practice for a month and then just qualify, right? I
think State was good. I just didn't like the Adepts. Like, I feel like Adepts never work at all. Really just depends on, you blocking, like we were talking about that pro blocking the wall. If the pro blocks the wall and he's on point, then your Adepts don't do anything.
Yeah.
And there's really no backup. There's no defense at home. No nothing.